Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have made a couple of moves, per Greg Auman of Fox Sports, as they have released defensive lineman Eric Banks from the team and have activated tight end Tanner Taula to the active roster. He is now able to practice. Firstly, in the case of Eric Banks, he was an undrafted free agent in 2020 coming out of UTSA. He has spent some time with a few different teams. He was with the Los Angeles Rams, then the Los Angeles Chargers, then the Detroit Lions, then the Arizona Cardinals for a couple of years, and now with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but now obviously he has since been waived. And I believe how it goes is that if he does clear waivers, he will revert to the injured reserve. I don't specifically remember any notable plays that Banks has made throughout this offseason program, be it in any mini camps, training camp, or preseason games, but I still wish him the best regardless. He had signed with the Bucs on January 30th. And I think that especially whenever you saw Ernest Brown IV make some really nice plays, whenever you saw Luol Ugwak make some really good plays as well, it's just not a situation where Banks was probably going to get to this 53-man roster. So this does make some sense in terms of a player that would be waived in this scenario. But Tanner Taula is a bit of an interesting guy, in my opinion. He was formerly of Illinois State, I believe. He is a second-year tight end, 6'6", 255 pounds. He's only 25 years old, and he signed with the Buccaneers as an undrafted free agent last year on May 12th of 2023. I believe he had spent some time on the Buccaneers practice squad, had been making some waves, some moves in preseason and whatnot as well. Dave Canales was a bit of a fan of Tanner Taula back in the day, or last year, not even back in the day, just last year he was a fan of Tanner Taula. But of course, Dave Canales is not here anymore. He is with the Carolina Panthers, so TT is now with Liam Cohen. And look, it's a shame because I feel like if Tanner Taula was a guy who had been healthy throughout this entire process, you could have genuinely been talking about this guy having an outside chance at the 53-man roster, maybe over a guy like O'Keefe, maybe even battling with a guy like Devin Culp. But unfortunately, he doesn't have much time left now in terms of making an impact, making a push to the new offensive staff for this 53-man roster. You have Cade Otton and Payne Durham who aren't going anywhere. After that, you've got Devin Culp and O'Keefe who are battling right now for this third tight end spot. We don't know if the Bucs are going to carry two tight ends. It's possible, but with a new coaching staff and all these different types of things, you never know what's going to happen, right? Myself personally, I think the Bucs are only going to carry three tight ends. So by that logic, Devin Culp and O'Keefe, and even like David Wells, and now Tanner Taula in this mix, and whoever else the Buccaneers have on this roster, are all battling for one spot. And Tula's at an disadvantage, because he hasn't been in the reps. He hasn't been in these practices showing what he can do. You take a look, you like the size of Taula, 6'6", 250 pounds, but there hasn't been any play there to go along with, that overall size. Sal Cannell's in that mix as well, by the way. I did want to mention him. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. He was on the non-football injury list for a while there, and I wish him, nothing but the best in terms of the little time he has now to make an impact. Could also be a guy that you bring back on a practice squad, but of course you've got Sal Cannella in that mix. He's had a couple of plays in the preseason now. You've got Devin Culp or O'Keefe, one of which you could put on the practice squad as well. I don't know, but Tanner Taula has only a little bit of time here to make an impact, and I hope that he will be able to do so. But what do you guys think about this? Let me know your thoughts and opinions about the waiving of Eric Banks, the defensive lineman, as well as the activation of Tanner Taula from the non-football injury list. Do you guys think Taula will make a push for the 53-man roster? Let me know your thoughts and opinions. I'd love to hear it. But guys, as always, thank you so much for watching the video. Hope you guys all enjoyed. As always, folks, I will see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now. See you soon. Got a ton of content coming out, by the way. Subscribe if you're new. We are on the road to 20K. and go Bucs.